Hello, I am Aditi Kumar and welcome to another session related to generative AI. So, generative AI is a part of AI, I can say, in the subfield of AI, and it is very popular today. But what exactly is the basic concept of the AI and it is coming under which category of AI? We need to understand that so that it will be very beneficial and very helpful for our further learning related to generative AI. Let's start for today. So, in our last one video related to Gen AI classification, especially it's not specific to any category of AI. So, basically the high level classification of artificial intelligence, we discussed multiple things. For example, narrow AI, strong AI, what are the sub fields or maybe some major fields actually coming under this category. We discussed in one video that some days back actually I uploaded under the artificial intelligence playlist. But today we need to specialize the generative AI. It is coming under which category? So I can say from different perspective how we can understand generative AI. Let's start discussing on that. If I am talking about categorization of AI, so specially I have given 5 category here, 5 top level category, and the last two one I grade out because it is basically applicable for all 3 major categories in the first 3 category, I can say. So the first category here is based on the functionality. We already discussed, we already have another video related to that, narrow AI and strong AI, narrow AI or general AI, which is basically based on the functionality. We divided the AI into 2 categories. Then the second point here is based on approach. There are 3 type of AI, 3 type of other type of also there. 3 major category actually I highlighted here, which is specially related to, I can say, generative AI. That's why I pointed out here. So one is symbolic AI, second is connectionist AI, and third one is evaluatory AI. So I can say symbolic AI basically is, I can say, it's basically some rule based, some knowledge based thing, right? Some graph, knowledge based graph. Connectionist AI is means, so we are having a network or by connection, interconnection network to solving a problem, I can say, to predicting something. There is a certain interconnected network is there. For example, our very popular neural network in deep learning, that is basically coming under connectionist AI. Then evaluatory AI, I can say that this is basically related to any evaluatory algorithm like genetic algorithm. So this is basically the main categorization based on approach, and it is not specific to generative AI, it is specific to AI. The last category here is based on application domain. So based on application domain, I can say applied artificial intelligence, I can say, right? We are applying artificial intelligence in different domain, right? Healthcare domain, finance domain, retail domain, entertainment AI. Entertainment AI is a very popular concept here because it is related to generative AI. That's why I explicitly added here. We will discuss in the further slides. But entertainment AI means some recommendation, right? I can say some content generation, some video editing, some photo generation from existing photos. So this type of use cases, I basically kept it under entertainment AI, under the which is basically based on application domain, because we are applying artificial intelligence in different domain. That's why I kept a separate domain, entertainment AI. Let's discuss more about where actually generative AI is standing, because these are the category based on, it's completely related to AI, right, the parent. But what about generative AI? If I am talking about generative AI, first we need to understand what exactly the generative AI. So in the simple language, I can say generative AI is like a super creative assistant inside the computer. Super creative assistant means, I can say, some intelligent assistant who can help us in different manner, right? Like a assistant, like a, I can say, human assistant, right? This is the capability, because we discussed earlier, right? Machine learning is a concept which is used in computer for building a learning capability. Here I can say this is basically some superset of machine learning, I can say, but again this is a think like a intelligent human assistant is sitting inside the computer, which is basically the concept of generative AI, I can say, right? So the second point here is it is a type of artificial intelligence. Again, this is a subcategory of artificial intelligence. If I am talking about, this is basically the AI. This is Gen AI. The Gen AI is a part of artificial intelligence, is a subset of artificial intelligence. So, and it is specially generating the content. So, it may be a picture, it may be language, it may be text, anything. We are basically generating. That's why it is known as Gen AI, generative AI, right? Again, it is a subfield of artificial intelligence. Then the third point here is, I can say, it's, for example, it's a kind of having an artist or a musician living in your computer who can make the new things based on what it learned from the real world. As I explained, right? Think like a intelligent musician or intelligent person is sitting there who is helping you in different factors, generating the content or maybe providing the music, right? Generating the music, generating the image, generating the, I can say, text, right? This is basically very simple phenomenon, fundamentals of generative AI, but there are different technical factors or technical frameworks actually behind the generative AI. I'm not basically going through the technical depth, but here in this particular session we will discuss the overview of generative AI. Then I am going to the next part where we need to understand from AI categorization perspective where generative AI is sitting. If I am talking about based on approach, which is the first category I highlighted in starting, generative AI is primarily falls on the category of connectionist AI. That means we are using very complex neural networks behind to implement the concept or maybe implement the logic of generative AI within the computer system. That's why based on approach we can say this is the part of connectionist AI, which is a sub part of AI. That means this is AI, this is connectionist AI, then this is Gen AI. Some examples actually I have given here, some I can say some previous evolutions actually of generative adversarial network, variational encoder, then transformation based models like GPT. These are basically some category of generative AI, I can say. But again the concept is it is coming under connectionist AI, the categorization of AI. Then the second factor, based on functionality, I can say generative AI is categorized under cognitive AI based on functionality. It is a cognitive AI. It involves the high level cognitive functions such as creativity, imagination, content generation. It is behaving like a human, because again it is, why it is cognitive AI, it is basically built on the top of a human cognition system. That's why, because like human, it is basically working for generating some content, for imagination, for creativity, right? Taking the appropriate decision gradually, learning gradually from the scenario and taking the appropriate decision. The performance is getting better and better gradually, right? Like human being. So again, this is the some example actually. It is, if we are having some data, some past data or some previous scenario, it is basically generating new content. Right. This is basically based on functionality. It is a cognitive AI. Then the last category, based on the application domain, I can say based on application domain, generative AI is getting applied in multiple domains. For example, for entertainment, for art, for creative, basically for creative content generation and data synthesis, different. These are the examples. This is not all. Almost it is applicable in all domains. But again, it is specially used for recommendation, is for new content generation, for gaming, this type of thing actually. That's why I can say it is coming under entertainment AI, which is basically fulfilling the requirements of user or maybe in the real world scenario. So generating different factor actually, generating music, generating photo, generating I can say some useful content according to some problem statement, right? These are the three main way of thinking or maybe looking to generative AI. So if you are talking about, this is for example AI, and I am having Gen AI, generative AI. I can say this is basically connection, basically I can say connectionist, then here connectionist AI, here cognitive AI, and last one is your entertainment AI. These are basically I can say these are basically application perspective, these are basically your functional perspective, and this is basically your approach, I can say some approach perspective, based on approach, which approach actually you are following for implementation. This is basically the three ways we can look generative AI in simpler language. I am not basically explicitly, I have not added any technical details. Definitely we will have a separate playlist for generative AI. I am starting basically, this is the introduction video, and starting from next video I will start thinking about generative AI, how we can dig dive into technical details gradually. So that's why I thought I will, before starting any specialized technical thing, I will start with some different introduction or maybe some different intuition behind generative AI, so that we can have a basic understanding of generative AI before starting any technical stuff. So thank you very much for watching this particular video. Please do subscribe my channel, and also please put the comment under this particular video, so that I can have some idea about the expectation related to any specific area or any specific field, so that it will be very useful for me to create the further contents. Also please share this particular video to others, so that it will be beneficial for others, and thank you very much for watching this particular video.